Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be going over the new releases for this week. This week we have 3 new releases. 2 of them are kind of kits with 1 full sheet and 1 half sheet each, and then we have this 1 little half sheet here, so I'm going to start with that. It is another functional sheet, as I've been doing a lot of lately, so it is the Instagram sheet. So these are kind of just Instagram post trackers. So for the big version here, we just have a space to put in what post you're doing, whether it's like a post of your spread or new releases or hauls, which are the ones that I tend to do, or like Washi Wednesday or whatever you want. And then you have down here a space to write which account you're posting it in. If you have multiple accounts, like I have a personal one and a shop one, which also doubles as just my generic planner one. And then up here you have a little checkbox where you can check off when you've posted it. Now I don't include that checkbox in, I think, any other of my functional stickers, except I think the order tracker, where you can check off whether you've shipped it or whether it's been shipped or received. But yeah, this one I just felt like it would be a good thing to include, and I had the space for it, so you get a little checkbox there. So we have 12 of the big ones in each of my rainbow colors, and then you have 12 of these smaller versions down here, which are basically just like little things, strips, except they're kind of more rounded instead of squared off. So I basically just took kind of the first row here. I have a little Instagram icon, and then I have a space for you to write in what post you're doing. There's no place to check it off, but if you really want to, you can like draw in your own box or just write in a checkbox after the post title if you want to do that. So you get 2 options here for your Instagram trackers. Also, how I would use these is, what I tend to do is I find that these the big ones take up too much space in my Erin Condren, which I use as a memory planner. So obviously it has, tons more stuff than it would if I was pre-planning. So what I do is I use this in my daily planner, which is Justinian Principles inserts. I used her Dutch store ones. So I will use my bigger functional trackers in that planner so I can actually, check it off as I do it. And I look at that each day. And then I use the smaller ones down here if I, have an option for that. I'll do something like that in my actual memory planning spread. But for the other sheets where I don't have 2 options, a bigger and a smaller one, and I just have the big tracker, I will do something different in my memory spread. So I will use either like a little thing that comes with the kit, because that takes up less space, or I'll just use a different type of sticker for that. So like if I'm, something I do a lot is use my Filmetta upload stickers. I think they're called YouTube. It's my YouTube sheet in my shop, but so I'll use those trackers in my weekly planner, or my daily, I guess. And then for the actual memory spread, I will use, any other kind of filming sticker. I'll use like an icon or an image. Like I have some filming images on my Sticker Addict full sheet and half sheet that I'll use. So I'll do something that's not a tracker, something that's more visual and more fun. So that's kind of how I use these, but you have an option here. So I like to give you guys options. So that is my Instagram sheet. Now, these 2 are also tracker sheets with options. So I'm going to go over the mood trackers first. I don't actually think I'm going to be using these 2 sheets a whole lot myself, but if I want to, it's good to have the option. And I also really wanted to offer one of these because I have seen a few shops with mood trackers before, and I do think they're really cool. I wanted to offer my own to give you guys even more options. So yeah, if you like the layout of this and how this kind of works, then you have the option to buy from my shop. So for the full sheet here, what I did was I took my sidebar tracker, which I do also sell under that title in my shop, and then what I did was I kind of added a line here so that you had 2 sections for each day. And then I, of course, added in the title of Mood Tracker here. But how this kind of works is here in this space, you have room to write down, you know, using words, what kind of mood you were in that day, like just a kind of overall summary of how you felt that day. And then this space is used for an image describing how you felt. So I have a whole sheet of little hand-drawn faces here, kind of based off of how they would look on one of my character stickers. So you know, I have little eyes with the eyelashes and everything. But yeah, so these little faces are what you would put in the space right here. So I don't remember exactly how many I have. Let me just do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then a few repeat. So yeah, you have 13 individual moods here. So let me kind of do an overview of them. This one is kind of like really, really happy, really excited, you know, open mouth and everything. This one's obviously sick. This one is angry. This one is like surprised or even like anxious or something. This one is headache. This one is just, you know, kind of sad, not super sad. This one's tired, obviously. This one is also more anxious, kind of unhappy. A lot of these can just be whatever you want it to be. There's no like specific designation for a lot of them. And then this one is, you know, crying, so it's pretty sad. This one is feeling very loving, and I have a lot of days like that, so I wanted to include that, even though it's not included on a ton of sheets. You could also just use this anywhere else in your planner for like something that you love, or something happens that, you know, made you feel really warm and fuzzy inside. Over here we have what I would use as nauseous, but you can use it, you know, however you see fit. Could also be like worried or something. This one is in a silly mood. We all have days like that, so, you know, she's got her tongue sticking out and everything. This one is pretty neutral, happy, or just neutral. Like if you're not having any strong feelings in a particular way, you could just use generic smiley face. And then a few of them repeat over here. So you have, I think I have at least 5 of every face. Yeah, because here I fit 4 and then I put an extra 2 here. So you have 6 there, 6 sick ones. You have 10, yeah, you have 10 of the really happy ones, and then 6 of the neutral ones too. And then for the smaller tracker option, I put these here so that you could use this in each day of your planner. So like instead of just having one in the sidebar, if that, you know, takes up too much space and you really just want to do a meal tracker, like I always do a meal tracker, I don't think I could fit that and this and habit trackers. So you could just put one of these in each day, and it kind of has the same thing. So it has your little title, mood, and then you can write in here, you can describe it with words, and then you can take one of these images and put it in this big section right here. So you can kind of do the same thing for each day. And that also helps if you don't want to necessarily be tracking your mood for every single day of that week. So if like there's one day where you're feeling particularly down and you wanted to mark it, then you could just take one of these and put it on that day, and that's it. You're not committed to tracking your feelings for the whole week. So that's why you have 2 options there. Again, I don't know how often I would use this, but I would probably use it more occasionally. Like if I wanted to mark some extreme emotion or unusual emotion that I had, I would mark that. probably for sick days, although I do have a separate sick day sheet that I kind of like using. But yeah. And also, if there was like a time in my life where I was having a lot of mood swings and I wanted to keep track of that, then I might get out the Sidebar mood tracker and just use that instead. So yeah, so that's your options for the mood trackers sheets. So let's go into the last one, which is a weather tracker. And this one is essentially kind of the same format. It's just tracking weather instead of your mood. So over here, it's the same sort of thing. You have two sections. You can write down the weather in words, and then here you have a space to put in the photo of the weather. So here, let me see how many options you have for weather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have 8 different weather options. I kind of took a few from my rainy day sheet, so you will see some repeats there, and then I kind of added more to that. So the sun is new, the snow is new, so I'll just go over them one by one. So you have, I think you have 8 of each different sticker here, so it's one more than a week's worth. So right here you have suns for a sunny day. You have a rainbow, which you can use to mark for either a rainy day, or if you want to mark when you see a rainbow, if it's like a super special thing, then you have that way to mark that. And then you have just rain here, and then here you can do a thunderstorm because it's got the little lightning and the rain, so it could be used for a storm. Here you have a bunch of really tiny snowflakes, so that could be used for snow, obviously. I realize I don't have any options for like hail or icy weather or foggy weather, but you can use any of these icons just in place of that and then write in, you know, fog or hail or whatever you want to do. So there's some flexibility. Here is just clouds. So for a cloudy, overcast day, there you go. Then you have sun hiding behind the clouds. So if it's, you know, some sun, some overcast, partly cloudy, that's your sticker for that. And then your last one down here is going to be wind. I think you have 9 options for wind. I had room for an extra sticker. 4, 5, 6. Yep, you have 9. So that's just wind. It's little clouds moving. They're being blown by the wind. Anyway, so that's all of your little images. Again, they are sized to fit almost perfectly in these little boxes here. There's probably going to be a little bit of overlap, but that's fine. The white space cut around them is pretty small, so it shouldn't be, you know, too bad. They shouldn't overlap too much. Obviously, you lose some of the details in having them so small, like with the snowflakes. You can't really see them too well, but you can tell they're snowflakes. So, also you do have your 12 kind of daily options here, so you can do the same thing. You can write down like sunny, and then you can put your little sun right there, and you can use that on a day that has, you know, some unusual weather occurrence that you want to mark. Like doing a rainbow for that one would be a good way to use that. So yeah, a lot of fun detailed trackers. These are probably, I would say they're my favorite ones to do because I like filling in the blanks, and I love like interactive stickers where you have to like take one sticker and overlap it onto another and then like write something in. It's like, that's just so much fun to me. And being able to make my own stickers and customize it so that I can fill in whatever blanks I want. That's just so much fun. So that's why I want to say most. I think maybe half of my stickers are now functional like trackers like this. Although I do have a lot of drawings too. I don't know, I love drawing too. So that's why those are the 2 kinds of stickers you're going to see in my shop. You're not going to see any script stickers, I don't think, because so many other shops have them, and honestly you can just write in with your own handwriting. I feel like that's just kind of taking up inventory space for me that I could use for something really unique. When I start foiling, I might do some scripts, but there will never be just plain scripts. If I develop some kind of handwriting style that would lend itself well to a sticker that other people would be interested in buying, I might consider it. But right now, that's the one thing you're not going to see. Yeah, I don't have a really unique icon stickers. I have my functional kit, which may or may not be in the shop. I'm pretty sure it is in the shop. It's 2 sheets, and you know, you have all your functional icons, and then you have your little little things, strips. And that is what I do for icons, but I don't currently have plans to do something super unique, like doing foiled icons or like overlaying icons over like a heart or something like some people have done, or just, you know, having them by themselves instead of on a circle. But I don't know, I might play around with that idea. But yeah, I'm just thinking of things that like you probably are not going to see in my shop for a long time. Along with weekly kits, I've been thinking about that. The idea of like drawing for one appeals to me, even though it's obviously going to be in the style that I draw, which is not like super realistic. It's pretty cartoony, so as long as you understand that that's what it's going to be. If I draw my own stuff, I kind of like that idea, but I also like the idea of using someone else's clip art. But I don't like either of them like enough to get started on that right away. So that may be something you see eventually, but it's not a super duper priority. I'm more interested in doing the character stickers right now and functional trackers until I run out of ideas for those, which is happening pretty quickly. So you're going to see more character stickers in the future, I want to say. With that said, these are the last new releases you are going to see for a while. I don't know how long exactly, and that is because I am going to be working on my physical shop. So I am going to start printing off all of the inventory that I have so far in physical sheets. I already have the paper, and I'm going to be working on my website, and I still need to buy packaging supplies, but once I have all that done before the end of the year, like I said, I'm really going to try to get going with that. Then you'll be able to buy these actual physical sheets. So yeah, that's why I will not be doing new releases for quite some time, because I don't have any other inventory really lined up. I have ideas for what I want to draw, but that's going to take a lot of time, and I'd rather just work on my shop. So yeah, it's happening pretty soon. I'm excited about that. As usual, I have an email list that you can sign up for. There will be a link in the description box below, and if you sign up, I will notify you when my shop opens and I start selling physical sheets. So super exciting. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, share, that would be amazing, and I will see you in my next video. Ciao!